Black America Talks features part 2 of the legendary George E. Johnson of Johnson Products. This interview was conducted by Hermene Hartman of Indigo Studio, and the event was produced by the Coalition of African American Leaders.
Johnson, what we want you to know is the product started for men. All right? You remember when men got their hair combed, processed, back colds, aggregators? That's how the product started. Then it became a woman's product. Ms. Johnson, won't you tell me about that loan? Because we still have problems with that, and I want you to tell us about that loan.
Okay. When Arnold said to me, this is it. Don't touch it, don't move, you got it. I said to him just blurt it out of my mouth again, we should market this. And he asked me, how much would you think it'll take? And I said, $500. And the reason I said $500 is because I knew I could borrow $250. I didn't have any money. I had no money. He wrote me a check for $250.
Oh my.
And I went to the place where I was borrowing money, and I didn't owe him anything, so I knew I was going to get the money. And I went in so elated, I told him about the product. I told the loan officer that I was going to have a great business, and all I need to do it is $250. And he said to me, you've been a good customer. You paid back everything you borrowed, and I'm going to do you a favor. If I give you this money, and your boss find out that you're in the same business he's in, he's going to fire you, and you're not going to be able to pay the money back. And my feathers just dropped. So I walked out of there. But a half a block away, I heard a voice saying to me, that's just one branch of this loan company. Go to another, wait a few days, and go to another branch. And I did. And I walked in and I said to the loan officer at this new branch, the voice that I heard also said that there is a central place where they clear credit. So I did that. And I went and I told them I had a vacation company, that I want to take my wife to California, and I need $250. I walked out with $250 in 20 minutes. And then the marvelous thing about that, with the $500, I had to buy everything I needed, starting from scratch. And I did. And I had $1 left in the bank. I spent $499.
Wow.
But I was able to make a whole batch. And that got the company off the ground. That's what I wanted y'all to hear. I want you to hear, don't get deterred. Go get that money some kind of way and use it wisely. $499 of it. So, and we were never overdrawn. Never overdrawn. Now, along the way, we moved from being for barbers, it was for men, a product for men, and we came to being a product for women. How did that transition? How did that happen? Well, I was doing great with ultra-wave hair culture. That's what we named it. I named it ultra-wave hair culture. Well, ultra-wave hair culture was very successful, and as you know, that started in '54. About 1957, I realized that one thing I have to tell you, my deal with Orville was that he would sell it and I would make it. But Orville couldn't sell it because he had betrayed all the barbers in Chicago by selling them that product he was using, and they had the same trouble that he had with it, and wouldn't give it, and Orville wouldn't give them their money back. So his name was Mud, and I realized, and I had no time to lose, because when I started on the 15th of February '54, I had to quit the second job. I was living in Farragut with all that thing, all the work I was doing. Anyway, I had to start selling. So I had to make it and sell it. And he didn't go out, he couldn't do anything in Chicago. But within 2 weeks, what I sold was about $750. So anyway, does that?
No, I want to go to the women, to the beauty shops.
I realized after about 2 years or 3 years that every time I went to a barber shop, I passed at least 2 beauty shops. So I decided that I was going to investigate the beauty shops. And I did that. And when I went into a beauty shop, I looked around and I felt uncomfortable. I saw all the smoke that was, from the hot coal. So the first thing I thought about was that how can we eliminate this smoke? And I began to investigate that. And I went back to the lab and talked to Martini, and we started working on, actually he started working on something that would eliminate the smoke. And what came out of that was Afro Sheen Cream Satin Press was the first woman's product. And that product not only reduced the heat, but it also nourished the hair.
Wow.
So but it was an expensive product. And you know, beauticians are a little bit, they're price conscious about them. and especially something that hadn't been out in the market. Anyway, those who bought it, they had a great success with it. So anyway, I also realized that the heat that women were using, hairdressers were using on hair was pretty high, and it was damaging to the hair. So I thought, and what women were really wishing for was something that would be permanent. And we reduced the alkalinity in ultra wave to a point where it covered most grades of hair without any problem. And that gave women an opportunity to have a relaxer or a hair straightening that didn't revert. And it was permanent until the new hair grew in. So that was like a dream come true for women.
And for you, that was a golden product, and it boosted the business significantly.
Oh my God, yes.
To become worldwide.
But I have to say this, it did, but there were a lot of coattail riders. After we introduced ultra wave, women were always looking to try to do the same thing. I brought out the relaxer in 1997. 1997. But Orville Nelson had a guy that was making his product. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell you that from the beginning with him, he was trying to steal the formula. From the beginning. And he did okay, somewhat okay, because when I got the partnership
dissolved.
Yeah, it was disbanded by the court. That was in June. July, the last week of July, the August issue of Ebony comes out. And on the cover of Ebony was a barber behind his chair and Nat Cole sitting in the chair.
Nat King Cole.
Nat King Cole sitting in the chair, and the
Getting his hair done.
and the headline was Beauty Shop for Men. About a month after that, the mailman that delivered the mail to his shop and where I was working out of told me they were bringing him mail in sacks.
Wow. Wow.
Anyway, is that
That's good. That's great.
Black American Talks sends a special thank you to Hermene Hartman and the Coalition of African American Leaders for hosting this program. Please like, subscribe, and share this video. Thank you for watching.